Now this is gonna be the last episode I do of Sarah's cooking class, as there are gonna be 7 games this episode. Not 5, but 7. As far as like some of the newer games go, I'm probably not gonna play the newer games, but I will definitely come back and do the holiday versions of these games, which is something that I've been wanting to do. But let's say this is music from Sushi Cat. Hold a moment. Anyways, this is sweet rice cakes. I have never tried sweet rice cakes before, but I've heard about them in the form of, I think, well, maybe not rice cakes, but I think dango is what they're preferably called, I think. Oh, dango, I believe, is just mochi. It is mochi, but it's stacked. So we're gonna cook these beans. Red beans, if I'm not mistaken, in taiyaki, which is a fish, like, it's like a fish biscuit stuffed with cream. Sometimes, it can be red bean as well. Red bean is actually used for a sweet complex. It is used with cinnamon. And it gives it a very, very, like, sweet and earthy tone to it. And I actually like that a lot. Blend those up nice and good. Gotta make the red bean paste. Then we're gonna spoon this. Put this back in the pot. And there we go. Then we need brown sugar. Rice syrup, brown rice syrup specifically, and then we need salt. So, oh, and vanilla extract, and we need a tablespoon. We're gonna set this on and set this low. We need our brown sugar, salt. We need vanilla extract, and then we need brown rice syrup. So, fun fact, I actually did have taiyaki before, which, I mean, it has red bean paste in it, like, where it has cinnamon in there as well. This was back in, I'm trying to remember now, 2023? Like, early? Or, no, late 2023, I think, because I made those batches of cookies for Christmas every single time. Alright, we're gonna put our bean paste in there. There we go. And that's our delicious bean paste that we're gonna make our sweet rice cakes out of. We need strawberries. We need a plate, and we also need another plate, and we also need a ladle. So we're gonna take each of these, flatten out nice and good, and we're gonna stuff a strawberry in there. And we do this for about 3 more times? Probably like 7? Or 5 more times, actually? Repeat for the remaining ingredients. Oh, it just does it for me! Okay, neat. Alright, so we need a bowl, another bowl, and we also need another bowl. We need food coloring. We need green food coloring. We need water. We need sweet rice flour. Sugar. We need salt. We are gonna put sugar in each of these, or the sweet rice powder in there. Then we need salt for each of them. We don't want it to be overly sweet, so that's why we have salt in there. And then sugar. Water for each of them, and this is gonna be, I think, how we make our mochi. So we need pink and green, and then the last one is gonna be white. And then we need a foil. So we're gonna mix each of these up, nice and good, and we're gonna wrap them. And then we're gonna put these in the oven for a little bit. And then we need a knife, a spoon, and then we need a cutting board. We also need starch powder and a wooden spoon. So we're gonna take each of these, and that looks like putty. We're gonna mix these nice and good. So that we have the dough for the outside of our sweet rice cakes. So we are going to take some cornstarch, or we're going to take some starch. We are going to roll it out, or knead it, and then cut it in half. Alright, and then now we just make our cakes. We need more starch powder, as we're going to be rolling these suckers. So we need starch powder. We're going to take... I'm going to take pink first. There we go. Put more starch. We're going to pick white. Wow. Fold that up, and then... yeah, buddy. We gotta make 4 more of those. Green tea and a serving plate. And we also need cupcake planners, chopped peanuts, and a knife. We're gonna take about 5 of these liners. And we're gonna put each little mochi into, or each little rice cake into each one. Put nuts. And then we're gonna cut this one up so it shows the nice little inside, and there you go. The sweet rice cakes. That is pretty good. Got a score of 4,700 with 5 stars. I think we did really, really good. Alright, so this is taco salad. Literally what it sounds like. It's just a salad made of the ingredients that a taco would have. That make a sense? Gonna put that right there. Lettuce. There we go, there we go, there we go. And we need peppers. And we're just gonna leave the seed in there. It don't matter. It don't matter. It'll be fine. It adds to the spiciness of this. You cut tomatoes. There we go. We cut the tomatoes. Then we need to set this on. Medium. Oil. We need chicken. We're gonna cook this nice and good. Then we need onion. We need peppers. Whatever this is. Pinto beans. And then salsa. Delicious. We're making delicious taco mix. Or something along those lines. We need water. And then we're gonna set this low for about 20 minutes. Set it off, and there you go. Gotta put that in there. Alright, so now we have to set up our delicious, delicious taco salad. Gonna take our naturals. These look like Doritos, actually. We need this. We need our chicken mix. Put all of that in there. We need cheese. We need onion. This is gonna look like a freaking mess. We need peppers. We need olives. And we need more cheese. And then there you go. You got our hot fucking mess of a taco salad. So we have 4 stars and 3,600. I think we did okay, even though it looks very crowded. Alright, so the next one we're doing is Tarte Tatin. I have never tried Tatin, but I have heard about Tatin. And I've heard about it through, I think it was Kids Baking Championship, maybe? Or, Holiday Baking Championship. I don't know. Which one or the other? We're gonna cut up these apples. It's finally the first time that we're actually using apples to cook, maybe. Then we have to make dough. We are using flour. We are using salt. Butter. We need beaten egg. We're gonna mix this nice and good. Then we need to take some water. Put little spoonsful of it one by one. And we're just gonna mix it one by one. There we go. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Then we're gonna take flour, spoon that down. Then we're gonna roll this to the side. Then the dough is gonna go right there and it's gonna be refrigerated. Next, we have to put the pot on here, set this on, medium, butter. We need sugar, we need a little bit of water. Gotta wait for that a little bit. Because we gotta wait for it to caramelize. And then we gotta mix it. So now we have to add our apples to the tarte tatin. And also add some sugar on top. And then we're gonna put this back on the stove. And set this off for the time being. Alright, so now we have to take the dough, roll it out, well, actually no, take it out, I guess, with the roll. And then we're gonna poke some holes in it so the fruits can breathe. And we're gonna bake this for about 15 minutes on 400. It is hot, hot, hot. So it's odd to be careful. There you go, and there you go. There's our tarte tatin. Ooh. So we got 4,830 with 5 stars. We did really, really good. Alright, so this is Thai beef salad. So I have heard about Thai beef salad, but I don't know. I'm cooking up cherry tomatoes. And also the music is really freaking loud. I have no way well, actually, no, I do. Alright, so we're cutting up cucumber. And we're gonna cut up a red onion. And peel it. Yes. Peel it more. And then onions. We need chili peppers. And then we're gonna take the seeds out because seeds are spicy. Just be careful not touching your eyes with peppers because I know how well that goes. Your eyes are gonna be burning. We got lime juice, we got dark palm sugar, alright. Fish sauce. We got sesame oil. We got soy sauce. We got grated ginger. We got crushed garlic. And we're gonna mix that up nice and good. Now I think this may be what we're marinating the beef in. Or actually, no, that's salad dressing. Well, I mean, I was right. Technically. Gotta marinate that nice and good, refrigerate it for 2 hours. We take that out of there. And then we set this to on, high. We need medium now. We're gonna take our beef. Cook it up. We need tongs. And, alright. There. Set this off, and we're gonna put foil over there. so it cooks a little bit more. Take it out. Boink. Cut it up. And it's about like medium rare. Alright, so we need half tomatoes. We need cucumber. We need onions. We need peppers. Chili peppers. Mint leaves. Wait, mint leaves? Cilantro. Then we need Thai bay leaves. Basil leaves. Toasted peanuts. Kaffir lime leaves. And then we need our the beef that we cooked. We're gonna mix this up nice and good. Make it very, very delish. Then we're gonna take some nice heaping spoonfuls of this. Put spicy peanut dressing, and there you go. That's our Thai beef salad. Got 5 stars with a score of 4,690. We did pretty alright. No, this one could work, this one could not, but this is tiramisu. I have heard about tiramisu a bunch of times, and, well, I think I sort of tried it, but I think it was more so just like in a... my brain's trying to remember when the last time I tried tiramisu. It's been a while. We're gonna put coffee powder in there. Put that up, set the medium. Now, curiosity, doesn't the way that this works, the coffee goes up into it somehow? We got our coffee. Alright, next we need our mascarpone tree and cream. We need eggs, we need a bowl, and we need a big bowl. We're gonna put our egg yolks in there. 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 There we go. Now we need cheese. We need whisk. We need a wooden spoon. Or a spout. That's what it's called, a spout. We need sugar. I'm gonna put that much sugar in there. We're gonna mix it up nice and good. Then we're gonna put our cream in there. Most likely cream cheese. I could be wrong though. I've been wrong many times. Now we gotta prepare our tiramisu. So we need our coffee, our cheese mix, lady fingers, we need cocoa powder, we need a sieve, and then we need a spoon. So we're gonna take our coffee, put each lady finger in there. There we go. I think I actually did try tiramisu for chocolate, I think. It's been a while though. Because I remember I really liked it. I'm gonna have to ask my mom if I actually tried tiramisu yesterday or tomorrow. Or not yesterday, but tomorrow, you get what I mean. I'll probably ask her that, it's like, hey, did I try tiramisu at one point? She would be like, I don't even remember what you ate yesterday. As my mom usually is with how I remember a lot of things. I'm gonna take the cocoa powder, put that in there nice and good. We need our cookie crunch. I'm gonna put the tiramisu in there. Oh, I could actually go for a delicious tiramisu. Or just like chocolate ice cream. Or like turtle sundae ice cream, I guess. I don't know, I'm hungry. For ice cream. I haven't had a proper dessert, alright? We're gonna take this, and there you go. You got a delicious tiramisu. We got 4 stars with a score of 3,090. We did really good. Alright, so this is Trifle. Much like the... Sorry. Much like the biscotti and the macaroons, we have 4 of them. So we're gonna make strawberry trifle first. We need a bowl, we need a cutting board, we need a knife. So funnily enough, I have not tried trifle. I have heard about trifle though. It's just like it's a layered dessert, and I don't really eat trifle because it's like I've heard kind of like mixed reviews from my mom and like my family, so because it's like it's mushy, but it's like it's a big dessert. It's like meant for parties almost. It's like you can barely eat the whole thing. We're gonna cut up the bananas nice and good. We need the trifle bowl, banana pudding. We need this. We need bananas, whipped topping. We need strawberries, specifically strawberries that are whole. We're gonna put our sponge cake at the bottom. Pudding. We need our bananas. We need strawberries. We need some whipped topping too. A little bit more in there. Gonna put more of our whipped topping, and then we're gonna put strawberries in there. And blink. You gotta chill it for 4 hours. And there you go. Trifle. Score of 5 stars with 1,020. We're gonna do chocolate. Now, funny thing about me, I love chocolate. Which was like, which funnily enough, when I was a kid, that was like the direct opposite. Back when I was a kid, I did not like chocolate. Which is funny to say now, because I love chocolate now. Damn it. Condensed milk. We need the blender. We are gonna make our jello. Or chocolate pudding mix, I guess. There we go. I'm gonna blend that. Could be a fudge topping, actually. Alright, we need our brownies. We need chocolate shavings, chocolate pudding, trifle bowl, and then we need a spoon. We're gonna take a brownie. Boink, boink. Whipped topping. Boink, boink. Brownies. Pudding. Whipped topping. And then there you go. It's a little bit lower than the other one because we need to chill it for 8 hours. And there you go. Got 5 stars with a score of 1,110. That was a lot more than the other one. Next one is English trifle. So, I don't know what English trifle is. Unless it's just like a bunch of like fruit added to it, maybe. Alright, we're gonna cut this up nice and good. And then we need a sponge cake. This is like a pound cake. Could be wrong though. We need strawberries, we need sugar, we need a bowl, and then we need that. We need to put these two together. We're gonna mix them nice and good. We got sugar strawberries. Then we need orange juice and bananas. We need a bowl and a spoon. We're gonna put our bananas with the orange juice. There we go. Mix them up nice and good. Alright, so now we need whipped cream, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. We need slivered almonds, vanilla pudding. We need our bananas. We need this. We need a sponge cake. And then we need our spoon. We're gonna put sponge cake, strawberries, blueberries, bananas. We're gonna put our pudding in there. We're gonna put our whipped cream in there. We're gonna put our spoon in there because we need to spread it. And then we need to put that in there. Chill it for 4 hours. And there you go. English trifle. Score of 1,000 with 5 stars. Slightly lower. Last one we got is peach trifle. Now, funny thing coming from me, but I like peaches. So it's just I don't eat them all that often. We need a scoop. We need a knife. we need to cut these up. We're gonna scoop the pit out, turn these, and we need a peel. See, with some of my mom was like, I don't often see you eat peaches. And it's like, I do eat peaches. I eat peaches. It's just like she hasn't seen me do it because like all the times I've eaten peaches were at school. It's because they have fresh peaches out. Okay, now that's a pound cake. They have fresh peaches out. At like the fruit lunch tray or wherever it is. I keep forgetting what the place is. In the auditorium. Or the lunchroom, rather. Cafeteria. That's what it's called. Peaches. We need pudding. Gonna put it in there for a couple hours. We need whipped cream. We need sugar. We need a blender. Gonna put sugar in there and then we're gonna blend it. Now we need our sliced peaches and then... Oh, shoot. Spoon. Whipped cream. Spread on top nicely. There you go. That's our peach trifle. Got 4 stars with a score of 90/70. It's because I clicked off the window. Alright, so this is vanilla ice cream. So, funny thing about me, I love vanilla ice cream. It is one of my favorite things to just eat, like, whenever I'm just, like, whenever I'm sad, or just, like, if I'm having a hard time, or just, like, doing all that kind of stuff. I love vanilla ice cream. It's one of the things that I just sort of eat, like, when I'm in pain, too. Because, like, it's, like, my throat sometimes would need something to cool it down, and vanilla ice cream is one way to do it. Alright, so we need sugar, a whisk. We're gonna make the base for the ice cream, if you guys catch my drift. We need egg yolks. We're gonna mix these up nice and fine. And doop, we're gonna mix out, and then we're gonna have our ice cream base. There we go. Gonna put that back into the thing so that it can froth, or not froth, but so that it can mix properly. Pardon. Yeah, that is nice and slow. Cause you gotta like gotta mix it a little bit so that way it's nice and creamy. So that you have that nice vanilla. Alright, so we have vanilla beans and we have heavy cream. I'm gonna mix that up nice and good. And ideally, you don't want these to scramble. If it scrambles, then that's a no bueno. We need this. We're gonna set that to on. Then there we go. Gonna put our ice cream base in there, and then we're gonna shove it in the freezer. Refrigerate for hours. That's much for certain. Alright, now we're ready to serve this. So we have nuts, we have chocolate syrup, and we have a scoop. This is literally the exact scoop that I use, by the way. Like, big ol' stain, big ol' like steel looking scooper that I have. Also, when I think of turtle sundaes, it's chocolate syrup with pecans and just a good amount of like movie watching. Got 1,110 with 5 stars. That's pretty good. We have vegetable frittata. I have never heard of a vegetable frittata, but it looks like the stinky cheese. Alright, so we need zucchini. Bowl, we need a knife, and we need a cutting board. There it is. We're gonna cut these. On, cut, 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 cut. I can do it. I can do it. Thank you. And then put that in the bowl. We need onions. We need another bowl. We're gonna cut these up nice and fine. This looks really teeny tiny on my screen. But I assure you, that is fine. We need capsicum. What? Never heard of capsicum. I've seen peppers, but not capsicum. Like, what's the difference? I assume capsicum is like smaller than that, maybe, but we need mushrooms. We need to put those in there just fine, and we need to cut them up nice and good. There we go, there we go, there we go, and there we go. We need garlic. Oops, shoot. Garlic, there it is. Cut these up nice and fine. There we are. And there we go. Now, what we have to do next is we have to take the sliced capsicum, onion, zucchini, garlic, mushroom, oil, and then we need a dispatch. Now we need a pan. We're gonna set that on. Oil that up. Capsicum, oil, or onion, zucchini, garlic, and then we need mushroom. Honestly, whenever I think of a frittata, I think of Xavier Renegade Angel. For some reason. We need a bowl, a knife, we need bread, and we need a cutting board. So we're gonna cut up this bread. There. I, for some reason, do better slicing horizontally. We need cheese, cream, we need eggs, we need creamy cheese, and we need a blender, and we need a big bowl. Where's our big bowl? Big bowl. I'm gonna put our eggs in there. All the eggs. Cheese, cream, creamy cheese, and then we're gonna hand blend that. And bread. There we go. We're gonna take the tray that's in here, put our vegetables in there, and the egg mix. We're gonna throw that in there. There we go. Now we need a plate, we need a spoon, and then we need a knife. We're gonna cut up some slices of these. Then we're gonna spoon this out, and there you go. Vegetable frittata. We got 5 stars with a score of 6,158. And for our final game, that was actually pretty good. Not too bad. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye!